Whoa. Hey, howdy, hello. It's getting late again, but Happy New Year to you. We got some interesting surprises. I bet you didn't see that camera coming. Oh, we got more where that came from. Lots more surprises. In fact, so many surprises because I haven't even looked at the vinyl tag list for 2024. Youngest members of the VC. We're dialing in that Zoomer energy. We're going to get into it. All right. Shout out to Dylan once again. Did this one last year. 2023 was awesome. 2024 vinyl tag. Let's go in. Number one, show a New Orleans related record because that's where they went this past year. Something in Nolans. Is Botch from Nolans? Would it be cheating to go ahead and just type in like New Orleans into Discogs and see what came out? First question, and I'm already cheating. Oh, Anne Berlin. Right to this album right here. Blueprints for the Black Market. Naive Orleans. We're going with that. But it's cool because I own the entire box set, which is every single one of Anne Berlin's studio albums. I've talked about them at length. They're one of my favorite of all time as a team, whatever. All right. Thank you, Discogs. Love you so much. Number two, an album that describes how your 2023 went. I like that. That's pretty abstract. So we're going to have some fun with that. I mean, that's just a look over and I see Frank Ocean Blonde, man. This album was so cool to be able to have the Frank Ocean community and just rally around me this year with the videos tracing, following the Blonde controversy, pressings that didn't get in the hands of fans to the repress that ultimately did. It was an amazing year. And this album truly, with the Coachella performance too in 2023, Frank Ocean dropping this album and not making music for almost a decade now kind of describes how I've been a musician and played in lots of bands. I've written a couple hundred songs, recorded and threw them up on YouTube, but I've been sort of out of the creative musical writing world and in other creative ventures. So amazing to always be able to create. And maybe we'll get a new Frank Ocean album because hey, regardless, you got to keep on creating and buying private jets like Frank does or something. All right. Number three, best release of 2023. It's not a difficult process. Boy, genius, the record. You knew I was going to do it if you've seen anything that I've done this year. Back half of the year, you know how much praise I've given this amazing record. This is in the Custard Swirl, and this one, man, these ladies, just artists of our generation. It's a good album. I love it. All right. Oh, okay, yeah, this one's cool. Number five, and number four, an artist you saw live in 2023. I did a video talking about it. Where they at? Looking at the L's. Here we go. We're gonna show the cool orange splatter. This is LS Dunes, an emo supergroup. Inside band joke. But dudes from My Chemical Romance, Thursday, Coheed and Cambria, and Circa Survive. Came together for this emo supergroup. They got a cool Flexi magazine too that I stuck in there with it. Made a vinyl shootout talking about repress. Got to see them live. They slayed. These dudes are on their A game and just impressed with how fresh emo in 2024 now. They're gonna make some new music too, but serious legends and making serious emo music at this late date. Proud of them. Made a whole video talking about that if you're curious. The other concert I went to was Owl City, and I did not enjoy it. I love Owl City. I didn't enjoy the show. I guess this one ties in, number five, an album you bought at a concert or show. I don't remember the last thing I bought at a concert. Man, the merch lines suck at concerts. Here I am complaining about the merch lines. that's the thing too. I mean, as I'm thinking through, you know, what I've even bought at concerts, the merch lines suck. They're just the music. I don't want to stand there and wait in line. And if you do end up buying something at a merch line, even if it's an exclusive, oh wait, I don't own it anymore. The Coheed and Cambria. See, I didn't go to that show. Coheed and Cambria of Axis 2 album. Paid somebody, bought a tour exclusive. That doesn't really count because I didn't buy it. I didn't go. But you know, even if you do pick it up, then you're carrying this record the whole time at the show, like while you're trying to watch the show. So I've just never done it. So pass. 2024 release that you're excited about. What were we supposed to get? Let me look on album of the year. Oh, I just thought of one just without even looking. The Smile. Radiohead's Tom York. The Smile. New band. They should be dropping a new album. I loved their other one. Here it is. I have it right here. This is the European Live bonus songs. But The Smile's a good band, and looking forward to see what they put out. Just do that one. We know that one's coming out, but I want Tycho. My favorite guy of all time. Where are you at, buddy? This guy. Scott Hansen of Tycho. Amazing album art, but would love to see some new Tycho. Would love it. Number 7, an album from the year you turned 24. Oh, when did I turn 24? Turning 28 in July. So we'll say, what's for you? Oh, 2020. Jason Isbell's Reunions. Where are you at? There it is. Yeah, buddy. Jason Isbell, slaying with Reunions. Country, Americana, a little bit of folk in there. Just amazing songwriting, heartfelt. Really lyrics that'll get you. They'll catch you off guard. Told the backstory about this one. I think it was because they were RSD ambassadors, I think. Last year? No, this year. This past 2023. And they, and him and his wife, Amanda Shires, amazing artist. Man, I heard about Jason Isbell through a barber. Barber was like, dude, have you heard of Jason Isbell? And ended up checking him out. Blew me away. So, yeah, this guy, great guy. Great couple. Power couple. #goals. What else we got? Ooh, favorite album turning 50 in 2024. There was Queen 2. I have Night at the Opera. Didn't I show that last year too? Really cool purple pressing Vinyl Me Please variant. Closest thing I got. We're gonna make it count. Number 9, what would you love to see come out for RSD this year? Tycho. What could I show? A Phoebe Bridgers variant again. We would love to see maybe her 7-inch of over 10 years now of her original first EP that goes for like $400 in the aftermarket. Would love to see that repressed. I love Bon Iver. Give me the Clarence Clarity album. Dude has amazing, absolutely amazing electronic, experimental, wild music. It would be cool to get Think Piece album. I'd just do anything for us. Drop out King Gizzard, even though they pretty much drop enough vinyl on their own as it is. So we won't beg for them to do anything. But hey, Lana Del Rey, she's been selling a lot of vinyl. I'm sure they'll Frank Ocean. Okay, so we got a few things going there. How about 10, an album that deserves a box set? I own a couple box sets. I was gonna show it if I could. King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard live at Red Rocks. Made a whole video talking about that. 3 nights, like 20 discs or something ridiculous. An album that deserves a box set. I have the Tame Impala box set. I'm just gonna say the Oppenheimer soundtrack. Imagine that, and it like unfolds out and like has a cool like exploding box. Did y'all see Oppenheimer this year? It was amazing. I'm not a film guy. Dude, I fall asleep in movies. The Hobbit, fell asleep. Star Wars, I started staring off. Oppenheimer, engaged for 3 hours. Saw it on film, it was shot on film. Could go on and on about that. I'm going to talk about it too. My top albums of 2023. But yeah, we could just see the box set of the Oppenheimer score. And Ludwig Göransson, anything you make, you're amazed. Number 11, most played record in your collection. Immediately going to the A's. You know, did I choose this last year? The Chiasmos? Played that a whole bunch. That's the sealed copy. I even have a sealed copy. I did play Phoebe Bridgers Stranger in the Alps quite a bit, but I have so many variants. We're going Chiasmos. I shout these guys out all the time. They're just so underrated. Here's the deal. You don't have to like ambient music. It makes you fall asleep. But this has a cool, sick, minimalist beat to it. You just got to check it out. These guys are from Iceland. Not around anymore, but the producer, Olaf Arnalds, still around. And Janice Rasmussen still does stuff too on his own. Sick beats. I just throw this on to chill out to vibe out to sleep to. I own all their stuff. I might be completion. Yeah, I should be completionist on it too. I have regular one, a sealed copy, the looped EP, and the blurred EP. So I have, I think that's everything they put out because it sounds so good. So we have number 12, favorite Lazy Sunday album. Lazing on a Sunday afternoon is, I saw that and I was like, immediately thought of Lazing on a Sunday afternoon. But you know what? I'm actually gonna pick one that I'm about to listen to. I've been trying to do a shootout, did a shootout. Come here. We got Skabushka by Wilco. Now, these little buttercups have been, and it was out of print for a while. It's kind of funny. I couldn't hunt it down for cheap, but they've been restocking it now. So I just remember like cutting up some cardboard, doing some yard work, listening to this album on a repeat. I got the blue variant, got it to compare to the standard Wilco Sky Blue Sky. Yankee Hotel Foxtrot made a video talking about every single variant of it. That was fun to do. Dressed up as Jeff Tweedy in my hat and jacket and was playing Jesus, etc. on the guitar. Anyway, number 13, favorite album from your childhood. Favorite album? So I pulled up my top 100 albums of all time list. I don't own some of like my favorites on vinyl, which sucks. I don't think I own it on CD. This is my little CD box, by the way. As a child, you know what I would love pressed to vinyl? This is probably one of my favorites, and I consider it this band was the first band that I ever consider listening to ever. This album came out in 2001, but their first album, 1995, self-titled, Jars of Clay. This album I would love to have vinyl. It's perfect, it's immaculate, it's just beautiful to listen to. It's like a Christian or spiritual band or whatever, but they're super interesting just to listen to. Thoughtful lyrics and poetic and beautiful love songs. Oh, it's just so pretty, man. It was mastered by Bob Ludwig, a very famous mastering engineer in his own respect. And I'm telling you, this thing sounds perfect. So Jars of Clay, The 11th Hour, I would say, I mean, this tied for first place with 10 other things, but we'll go with that. I love this Oob Cube drawer for CDs too. Just a little rack for that and a little rack for cassettes. So, a whole video talking about Oob Cubes too. I feel like I'm referencing other videos. Some cool stuff that really works for me. So that's what we do here. We like to help each other out and talk about different solutions for stuff because a lot of us starting out, we're just building our collections. We don't know what we're doing. So it's here to have fun and share what we love. So 14, an album you consider to be a hidden gem. I've already talked about pretty much everything that I own. It's not really like Fleetwood Mac Rumors. I do have that too, but hidden. We're gonna go deep dive of an album. Proud to Show Your Friend. I mean, that's like amazing punk album. something you want to show your friends. Be like, holy moly, this band is so sick. Because, you ever had those experiences where it's like, friend shows you something, you're like, holy moly, how have I not heard it before? This is Clarence Clarity's Know Now, the gold vinyl. I don't know how to tell you what genre this is. I don't know what the heck this genre is. Maximalist techno pop. Write songs with it's like an NSYNC style melody, like Backstreet Boys, with wild experimental production. And I've just never heard anything like it. I think everyone should give it a shot because there's something on here. Those who can't cheat, listen to that song and vibe out to the dinosaurs in the music video. It's just great, dude. Underrated, continues to be underrated. This came out in 2015. That's almost a decade ago. And I still have yet to meet people who've heard of this. Anthony Fantano shouted him out. He's produced stuff with like a remix of Lady Gaga. So he's not like underground, but like, yeah, just, it's a hidden gem. We'll check out Clarence Clarity. We got 15 and so we got a recommendation you were given. You've fallen in love with. That's just hilarious because that's like, shout out to Atmosphere Collectibles. You got to go to your local record shops or any record shops because they'll shout you out some cool stuff that you've never heard before. And I was like, they're like, well, what do you like? And I'm like everything. Huge into pop punk. I was huge into rock. I was huge into electronic, something fun, something wild. Give me something wild. Well, they gave me this, the Chugs. These guys are sludgy, punky, pop punk, just fun. Just local band from Evansville, Indiana, and they're sick. Can highly recommend it. It's called the Concept album, the Chugs. The vinyl disc has a bottle top. They're clever. They're hilarious. Some of those recommendations are the best recommendations you'll ever get in your life. There's so many I could list. But a lot of radio stations like KXP have been giving me recommendations. Audio Tree Live. There's some sites you should subscribe to on YouTube that'll just like, they'll have bands come on and play live sets. There's so many ways to find it. Hidden gems, recommendations, stuff you'll fall in love with for years and years. Number 16, the album that made you fall in love with a specific genre. I'm gonna Tyler the Creator with Flower Boy. I mean, that's Neo Soul Magic. Also, the Anderson .Paak. I mean, around that time was when I really was like, okay, this Neo Soul thing's serious. I do have Silk Sonic. That album's sick. I'm gonna hear fire. I knew it was gonna be fire when every single from it was fire. Straight flames, heaters. So cool when an album does that to you. Number 17, an Incase of Fire album. Which album would you say from your collection? Well, what's the highest? I think the highest, most expensive thing. Ooh, I do have that black pressing of Coheed and Cambria second stage turbine blade. This is kind of fun. I mean, but I can say for a fact that selling this, if my entire collection burned down, would give me the money to fund what I need. Made a whole video talking about the vinyl shout for Coheed and Cambria. Big, huge vinyl delays and controversies where they canceled people's pre-orders, made a new pre-order that was like limit 2 and a bunch of scalpers bought it and fun stuff. But this is the 2011 black alt cover. It sold for a total of $855. Not too long ago. But probably worth half that or less now. Yeah. Great album. I think I'm missing a couple, or I would be a completionist for the Coheed and Cambros. Number 18, show the best sounding record in your collection. Well, I sold it. It was Kirsten Edkins, Shape and Sounds. Maybe I'll show it right here. Literally just sold it. Just put it this way to you kids, if you ain't heard of them. Kevin Gray. All analog studio, all tube analog studio. Direct to master tape. To tape, probably the highest quality, highest selling mix master engineer of all time. I don't think I'm stepping on a limb saying it. I think I'm pretty confident. I think I'm think y'all know what I'm talking about if you've ever heard the man's name. But I guess I have to show the best sounding record in my collection, so closest thing is that Fleetwood Mac Rumors 45 RPM, but I literally, you know those demo records that you play to be like, hey, check this out? I'm not gonna show that. We're gonna say Kirsten Ekich because she deserves an album. An album you love now but didn't like on your first listen. See, there's some controversy. Ooh, this will be fun because this actually, so I'm just looking through the Bees section. You have no idea what I'm about to pull out. You have no idea what I'm about to pull out. And there it is. This is the Beatles Rubber Soul. And I didn't like the Beatles, Mark? What the heck is wrong with you? Yeah, a lot. A lot was wrong with me. But I will tell you this. I heard it on a little phone speaker. I don't remember what year it was. I was a little kid, man. And I was like, what the crap? This sounds terrible in comparison to today's, modern recording standard. And again, phone speaker, whatever. Then you come back to it. Okay, then you watch some Beatles documentaries. You start seeing the cultural impact these guys had on all the music we know and love. And you look back and you go, and you actually sit down and listen to it, okay? You don't have to get good speakers, but you just sit down. We could have picked any Beatles album. And that's boomer music, and that's old people music. No, it ain't, kid. I've heard it's just those people with the hot take, they're like, no, I don't like the Beatles. I think the Beatles, dude, sit down and listen to, the Beatles has a song for everybody. That's all I'm saying. All right. I love you. I know what's best for you. You're gonna love it, I promise. 20, what is the last record you purchased? And wait, this was an earlier question on the other vinyl tag, wasn't it? Because it was Oppenheimer. But didn't I already answer that for the box set? Yes, I did. So we're gonna pick this because this one's more of a cool one. This is a signed copy. Foxing's The Albatross, very 10-year-old album. Yeah, 10th anniversary of this album. R.I.P. to Benji, my friend who showed me this band. I actually got to film them. There's still footage of it, of them playing live. It's so cool. It's just cool to, cute cover too, man. Look at the little doggies. But I'm gonna do a vinyl shootout on this because I love this album. Nothing I've ever heard sounds this lo-fi and good and emotional, like emo emotional. It's just tapping into that same emo like Slint back in the day, I feel like. They're just tapping into that real raw emo energy. And did we do it? We did it. Vinyl tag, youngest members of the Vinyl Community Edition. That was fun. Shout out Dylan again. Yeah. Go check out the Record Spinner. Go check out, and there's been so many youngest members of the Vinyl Community channels too. Like, if you have a channel, please shout it out below. I love bringing people together, man. We got more collabs coming. We did some last year. Oh, buddy, we're just getting started. Music community is thriving. Tons of good music coming out. We want to talk about old music that we love. We want to showcase other people's channels. We're going to be doing it all. Stay tuned for that. Say a couple things before we go. So yeah, I'll say a couple things before I go. Appreciate you stopping by. Been amazing to be able to share in the VC and the music community. It just there's not enough time to shout out all the amazing people that I've got the pleasure of interacting with online and in person for the past year and a half, 2 years of doing this channel. More where that came from. Looking at a whole shelf full of vinyl shootouts I got to do. But we'll see you back really soon. Keep on grooving your way.